Passionate protests across the country after the Supreme Court's landmark decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. Going forward, abortion rights will be determined by states. Massachusetts is one of 16 states with existing laws to protect abortion rights. 13 states have so-called trigger laws, which banned or significantly restricted abortion automatically upon Roe's reversal. And joining us live right now on WBZ this morning for more perspective on this landmark decision is Catherine Simmons, a professor of women's health nursing. Dr. Simmons, thank you so much for joining us this morning. The draft opinion on abortion access was leaked weeks ago. How has Massachusetts been preparing for this decision?
Thank you so much for having me, Anna, to talk about this really important topic. Massachusetts is a leader in the nation right now around the preparations for this anticipated decision, and this actually began back with the Roe Act, which was passed in 2020, when we codified or ensured that people would be able to continue to have access to abortion, and also expanded the pool of abortion providers to include nurse practitioners and nurse midwives and physician assistants. So the leak really helped to spur the preparations, both in service delivery, but also with the governor's executive order that was issued yesterday.
And so abortion will remain legal in Massachusetts, but what do you anticipate the impact to our healthcare system to be here?
That's correct. Abortion will remain legal in Massachusetts, and what we're anticipating is that people from other parts of the country, we know, you mentioned the trigger laws, so 13 states have immediately banned abortion, and we're anticipating up to 26 states will be following quickly along. So we are anticipating that there will be an influx of people from states where it is no longer legal. The executive order that Governor Baker issued yesterday will actually protect the providers who are providing services to the people who come from other states, as well as people who are coming from other states. So it's a really important leadership move on the part of our governor.
And so many companies are promising their employees that they'll cover the cost of travel to states where abortion is legal, like Massachusetts. So is Massachusetts anticipating a surge of patients from out of state, and how do you prepare for that?
So yes, I mean, we are anticipating there will be patients coming or people coming from other states. Through many routes. Some, probably very few, will be coming through employer-based aid for travel in the beginning, because that is a complex way to be able to get to another state. But certainly through all kinds of means, people in the U.S. generally pay out of pocket for abortion already, and so we imagine that there's going to be a lot of people scrambling for funds. And really the impact on the healthcare system is going to be difficult because we are already stretched thin. We've already been seeing an influx of people from some of the states like Texas and Oklahoma that have, before this decision yesterday, already been severely restricting, if not banning outright abortion. So this is only going to increase, and it will be difficult for the health system to immediately respond to this demand. So we are anticipating that it will be a hard time for the abortion health workforce.
With that anticipation of an increase in patients, how do you plan or prepare for something like that to happen?
Well, I think in Massachusetts, there are many conversations already happening between providers. It's a very collaborative and collegial community of providers, coordinated. We have support from the large health systems. We have support from the Department of Public Health. So people are already in communication about how to bolster their services, how to offer longer hours, more days a week. Certainly the training and bringing in other providers to assist in providing these services will be part of the plan going forward. And again, you know, from the state level, the governor's office executive order is really important for reassuring those hardworking frontline providers that they will not lose their licenses, they will not face criminal charges, they will not be extradited from the state if they engage in providing abortion services to someone who's come in from out of state.
All right, Professor Catherine Simmons, thank you so much for your perspective and your time this morning. We really appreciate it.